Let me tell you something, success ain't about waiting for the right time or the perfect circumstances. It's about commitment. It's about making up your mind that no matter what, you'll keep moving forward, keep pushing, keep fighting for that goal. Because the world is filled with people who talk a good game, but they're not willing to back it up. But you're different. You're the one who wakes up every day and refuses to quit. The one who keeps their eyes on the prize, even when the road gets rough, even when you feel like you're beaten down. Every time life throws a punch, you don't step back. You step up. That's what commitment is. It's the willingness to give everything for your goal, to keep your promise to yourself, no matter what life brings. You will face setbacks. You will face obstacles. You will feel doubt creeping in. But when that moment comes when you're about to fall, when the world says you can't ever remember why you started, your dream is bigger than any challenge. Your commitment is stronger than any obstacle. It's time to rise. It's time to show the world what you're made of. Your success will be the result of that unshakable commitment to keep going, to keep believing in your goal, no matter how long it takes or how hard it gets. And when you achieve that goal, you'll look back and realize it was your commitment, your refusal to give up that got you there. So make a vow right now. That goal, it's yours, and nothing is going to stop you from achieving it. Success doesn't come to those who sit around waiting for everything to align perfectly. Life isn't about waiting for the stars to line up or for the perfect opportunity to appear. No, success is about taking action right now at the moment. It's about understanding that the perfect moment will never come. The best time to start is always now. We often hold back because we think we're not ready or the conditions aren't right. But that's just fear and doubt trying to hold us back. The truth is, waiting for everything to be perfect will only keep us stuck. Every delay, every moment you wait for things to line up perfectly is a moment you could have used to get closer to your goal. Action creates momentum. When you start moving, even with small steps, you begin to learn, grow, and adjust. You discover new opportunities, and you build the strength needed to overcome the challenges ahead. It's through action that you gain experience, knowledge, and resilience. Waiting doesn't teach you anything. Doing does. Don't be afraid to take the first step, even if it's not the grand leap you envision. Every great achievement begins with that initial moment of action, no matter how small it may seem. You'll figure things out as you go. But if you wait for the perfect moment, you'll just be left with dreams that never take flight. So stop waiting for someday. Make today the moment you start your journey. Take action now, because success isn't for those who wait. It's for those who move, who work, who push forward even when the timing doesn't feel right. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The only perfect time is the one you make for yourself right now. Commitment is not a fleeting feeling or a simple decision made when things are easy. It's a deep, unwavering dedication to your goal, no matter what stands in your path. When you're truly committed, you don't just stop at the first hurdle. You don't let the first sign of struggle derail your progress. Instead, you make a conscious decision to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Obstacles are part of the process. They will come, sometimes in forms you can't predict, unexpected challenges, setbacks, disappointments. And that's when your commitment will be tested the most. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but real commitment shines brightest when you face adversity. It's during those times that you find out what you're truly made of. When obstacles arise, the committed person doesn't turn back. They adapt. They adjust their approach. They find a way to overcome the challenge or work through it. They know that success is not achieved by avoiding obstacles, but by learning how to face them and keep moving forward despite them. The path to greatness is never a straight line. It's filled with curves, bumps, and detours. And yet the committed soul knows that each obstacle is an opportunity for growth, strength, and learning. Commitment doesn't mean that you won't feel frustrated or tired or even discouraged at times. But it does mean that when those feelings arise, you keep going anyway. You keep fighting for what you want, no matter how much resistance you face. When you're truly committed, no challenge is too big to break you, because your purpose is bigger than the pain or hardship you face. Remember, every successful person has faced obstacles. They've experienced moments of doubt, times when they thought it would be easier to give up. But their commitment carried them through. They understood that setbacks weren't signs to quit. They were just tests to see how much they really wanted their goals. And every time they pushed through, they grew stronger, more resilient, and more certain that success was on the other side. So when the road gets tough, don't back down. Stay committed. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, because that's how the greats do it. They know the struggle is temporary, but the results of unwavering commitment will last a lifetime. Words are cheap. Anyone can talk a good game, speak about their dreams, their goals, their vision. But when it comes down to it, the words alone mean nothing if they're not backed by action. It's easy to say, I want to succeed, I want to be great, I want to achieve my dreams. We all can say those things, but the real question is, what are you doing to make those words a reality? The world is filled with people who say a lot, but do very little. They'll tell you how hard they're working, how dedicated they are, but when it's time to show up, when it's time to put in the real effort, they're nowhere to be found. That's where the difference is made. Actions separate the talkers from the doers. Actions prove the commitment, the work ethic, the discipline, and the desire to achieve. You can talk all day about your goals, but unless you're willing to get your hands dirty, unless you're ready to put in the sweat and the sacrifices, those words will remain empty. Actions are what move you forward. They're what take you from dreaming to doing, from wishing to winning. Your actions create the results, not your words. Now think about the greatest successes in history. They didn't come from people who just spoke about what they wanted to do. They came from people who took action day in and day out, no matter how tough it got. They showed up when others stayed home, worked harder when others slacked off, and kept going when others quit. Their words weren't important, their riches were. So stop just talking about it. Talk is easy. It's easy to tell people your plans and your dreams. But what will really count in the end is what you do. Every time you take a step toward your goal, every time you push through when it's hard, every time you make a decision to act rather than just talk, you get closer to your dream. The world doesn't care about your plans, it cares about the results of your actions. Remember, it's not the words you say that will define you. It's what you do when no one's watching, what you do when you're faced with challenges, what you do when it's time to put in the work. The actions you take today will determine the life you live tomorrow. True commitment isn't something that can be forced or faked. It doesn't come from external pressure or from what others expect of you. It's something that rises from within, deep from your core, from a place where you truly believe in your goal, in your mission, and in your ability to achieve it. Without that inner belief, your commitment will waver, it will falter, and it will eventually fade when the challenges get tough. Commitment is born when you have a clear vision of what you want and you truly understand why you want it. This isn't a superficial desire to achieve something just for the sake of success or recognition. It's a deep personal connection to your goal. It's a fire that burns in your heart, driving you to give your all, no matter what stands in your way. When your goal is truly important to you, when it aligns with your values, your passion, and your sense of purpose, you won't need to be reminded to stay committed. It will come naturally because your heart and mind will already be in it. When you believe in your goal at that level, external challenges won't shake you. People's doubts, setbacks, and obstacles, those things will come, but they won't be enough to derail your commitment because your belief in what you're doing is stronger than any difficulty. You'll find a way to keep going, to adapt, to keep pushing because you know why you're doing it. You know it's worth it. Commitment based on external motivations like fame, money, or validation from others will only take you so far. Those motivations may fuel you for a short time, but they won't sustain you when things get really tough. It's the belief in your goal, the deep, personal understanding that what you're striving for matters to you on a fundamental level that gives you the strength to keep going through the dark days, through the setbacks, through the pain. Now think of those who have achieved extraordinary things. They didn't do it for the applause or for the praise. They did it because their belief in their purpose was unwavering. They had a burning desire inside them, a belief that their goal was worth every sacrifice, every ounce of effort. And that belief is what kept them committed. If you want to stay committed to your goals, start by connecting with why they matter to you. When you believe in your goal on a deep level, when it becomes part of your very being, commitment won't feel like a struggle. It will feel like the only option because you'll know deep down that is what you were meant to do. And that is the kind of commitment that lasts. Setbacks are inevitable. They are a part of life, a part of every journey, and they don't discriminate. Whether you're chasing a personal goal, building a business, or pursuing greatness in any area, setbacks will show up. They may come in many forms: failed attempts, rejection, obstacles that seem impossible to overcome, or even moments when you feel like everything you've worked for is crumbling. But the most important thing you need to understand is that setbacks are not the end of your journey. They are a test of your resilience, your determination, and your ability to keep moving forward. How you respond to those setbacks, how you choose to face them, will determine the outcome of your journey. You can choose to let setbacks break you, to let them define you, or you can choose to rise above them, learn from them, and use them as fuel to drive you even further. Your response is what will shape your story, not the setback itself. The truth is, setbacks don't have to be failures. They don't have to be seen as signs that you're not cut out for success. In fact, they can be some of your greatest lessons. Every setback teaches you something valuable. It teaches you about your own strength, your own limits, and your capacity to overcome. It shows you where you need to grow, what you need to improve, and what strategies need to change. These moments offer opportunities to reassess, realign, and come back even stronger. It's in the response that greatness is forged. Those who succeed don't let failure define them. They use it as a stepping stone, a moment of learning, and a reason to push forward with even more resolve. The world is full of people who give up after a single failure, but the ones who go on to achieve remarkable things, they are the ones who choose to rise after every fall, who embrace each setback as part of the process. When you face setbacks, don't ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? What's the next step forward? The road to success is rarely a straight path. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But how you respond to those moments, how you adapt, and how you push through will determine your ultimate success. If you keep moving forward, keep learning, and keep fighting, no matter the setbacks, you'll realize that the obstacles were never meant to stop you. They were meant to make you stronger. And when you look back at your journey, you'll see that the setbacks were not roadblocks, but milestones on the way to your success. How you respond to those moments will be the difference between quitting and pushing through to greatness. Fear and doubt are natural reactions to stepping outside your comfort zone. They are universal emotions that everyone experiences when they take on something new, when they challenge themselves to grow, or when they're faced with a risk. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is how they handle fear and doubt. You can't let those emotions control your decisions. You can't let fear tell you that you're not good enough or that you're destined to fail. You can't let doubt convince you that your dreams are too big or impossible. If you do, you'll remain stuck, paralyzed by what might happen, instead of moving forward and embracing what could happen. Fear and doubt will always be there, whispering in your ear, trying to make you second-guess your path. But when you let fear and doubt drive your decisions, you're allowing them to dictate your life. You're letting the unknown dictate your future, and that will only hold you back. Instead of letting fear make the decisions for you, take a step back and choose to focus on something much more powerful, your passion. Passion is the antidote to fear. Passion is a fire that burns within you, the reason you wake up every morning and go after what you want with everything you have. When you're truly passionate about something, it will drown out the voice of doubt. Passion will push you to act, to take risks, to keep going when it feels like the world is telling you to stop. Passion is what drives you to keep working, keep fighting, and keep believing when the odds are stacked against you. It's the thing that keeps you going when others might quit. Passion gives you the strength to face fear and keep moving forward anyway. Think about the most successful people in the world. They didn't let fear hold them back. They let their passion propel them forward. Whether it was creating a new business, achieving greatness in sports, or mastering their craft, passion was the driving force behind their every move. They were scared, just like you. They had doubts, just like you. But they didn't let fear control them. Instead, they focused on their passion, the vision they had for their lives, the reason they got started in the first place, and used it to fuel their journey. When you let your passion drive you, fear becomes just a passing thought. You no longer make decisions based on what could go wrong, but on what could go right. You make choices based on your vision, your purpose, and your deep belief in what you're doing. When your passion is stronger than your fear, you'll find the courage to move forward even when the road is uncertain. So, don't let fear or doubt control your decisions. Don't let them convince you to play small, to hold back, or to settle for less than what you deserve. Embrace your passion, let it guide you, and let it drive you through the tough times. Because when you make decisions from a place of passion, you'll find that fear and doubt no longer have the power to stop you. Instead, you'll become unstoppable. The road to success is not a smooth, direct path. It's full of twists, turns, bumps, and obstacles. It's easy to think that once you set a goal, you should be able to walk down a straight line and reach it without issue. But the truth is, success rarely works that way. Life doesn't hand you a clear map with an easy route to follow. Instead, it challenges you, tests your resolve, and often sends you in unexpected directions before you finally reach your destination. You'll encounter setbacks. You'll face detours that you didn't see coming. There will be times when the progress you worked so hard for seems to disappear, when the path ahead looks uncertain or blocked. But here's where persistence becomes your greatest ally. Persistence is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when the road gets tough, even when you can't see the end in sight. It's the ability to keep going, no matter how difficult the journey becomes, because you believe in the goal you're working toward. Every time you hit a roadblock, you have a choice. You can either give up or you can keep moving forward. And it's in those moments when you feel like quitting that persistence becomes the most powerful tool in your arsenal. Persistence isn't about avoiding failure, it's about pushing through it. It's about refusing to let challenges stop you, about bouncing back from every setback with even more determination. Think about any success story you admire, whether it's a person, a business, or a cause. Chances are their journey wasn't easy. They faced failure, criticism, rejection, and plenty of moments when it seemed like success was out of reach, but they didn't give up. They didn't let the obstacles derail them. Instead, they kept pushing forward, kept adapting, kept learning, and kept fighting until they broke through. Success doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being persistent. It comes from showing up day after day, even when the results aren't immediate. The path to success is full of detours, but persistence means you stay the course. You adjust your plans, you find new solutions, you keep your eyes on the prize, and you never let yourself be discouraged by the challenges you face. Persistence also gives you the ability to grow stronger with each challenge. Every obstacle you overcome builds resilience. Every failure teaches you something valuable, and every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. So even if you feel like you're not making progress, as long as you keep pushing forward, you are. The road to success may not be straight, but persistence will see you through. It's not the easy road that leads to victory. It's the one where you keep going despite the hardships, where you learn from each setback and use that knowledge to move forward. As long as you stay persistent, you'll find a way to reach your destination one step, one day, one challenge at a time. And when you do, you'll look back and realize that the winding road was just part of what made your success so sweet. The promises you make to others are important, but there's one promise that stands above all others, the promise you make to yourself. This promise is the foundation of your journey, your purpose, and your success. It's the commitment you make to your own potential, to your dreams, and to your future. When you make a promise to someone else, you can break it, apologize, and make it right. But the promises you make to yourself are different. They hold more weight because they shape your reality. They guide the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the life you create for yourself. A promise to yourself is a declaration of who you are and who you intend to become. It's the decision to show up for your own goals, your own aspirations, and your own well-being, no matter what happens around you. This promise is what gives you the strength to stay committed, to keep moving forward when things get tough, and to hold yourself accountable when no one else is watching. It's the promise that you will honor your worth, your potential, and your ability to achieve what you set out to do. When you make a promise to yourself, you are taking responsibility for your own success. You are acknowledging that you are the one in control of your destiny. No one else can make your dreams come true for you. It's up to you to keep that promise to yourself. It's easy to let others' opinions or external circumstances shake you, but the promise you make to yourself is unshakable. It's rooted in your core belief that you have the power to create the life you want. You are the architect of your future. When challenges arise and label this promise as what will get you through, it's easy to break promises to yourself when things get difficult, to say, maybe I wasn't meant for this, or it's too hard. But if you truly value the promise you've made to yourself, you'll find the strength to push through, to adapt, and to persevere. You won't quit just because things aren't going as planned. You'll keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and keep moving forward because you know you're doing it for you. The promise to yourself is also about self-respect. When you honor your own word, you build trust with yourself. This trust creates a sense of confidence and accountability that will drive you to keep going, even when it feels like no one else is supporting you. You start to rely on your own strength and ability to overcome. You learn to value your own time, effort, and dreams because you know you've made a promise and you're not the kind of person who breaks their word. This promise is more than just a goal, it's a way of life. It's about integrity, persistence, and self-love. It's about proving to yourself that you can be the person who follows through. It's about knowing deep down that no matter what happens, you are worth the effort it takes to achieve your dream. When you keep your promises to yourself, you honor your true potential, and that is the greatest act of self-respect you can give. So, when you make a promise to yourself, whether it's to pursue a goal, overcome a fear, or simply be better tomorrow than you are today, remember that this promise is sacred. It's the most important one you'll ever make. And when you keep it, you not only prove your dedication to your dreams, but you also prove to yourself that you have the strength, resilience, and character to achieve them. The path to your dreams is not a straight line, and it's not without its hurdles. If you've ever chased something important to you, you've likely experienced setbacks, failures, and moments where it felt like everything was falling apart. There will be times when it seems like your dreams are too distant, too impossible to reach. You'll get knocked down. People will doubt you. You might even doubt yourself at times. But here's the most important thing you need to understand. No matter how many times you fall, no matter how many obstacles you face, never give up on your dreams. Dreams are not just about the end result, they're about the journey. They represent your purpose, your passion, and the essence of who you are. If you give up on your dreams, you're not just giving up on a goal, you're giving up on a part of yourself. You're surrendering to fear, to failure, and to all the doubts that try to convince you that you're not capable, that your dreams aren't worth the struggle. But if you hold on, if you keep pushing, you'll discover that every knockdown is an opportunity for growth. Getting knocked down is a part of the process. It's not a sign that your dreams are impossible. It's a sign that you're pushing your limits, that you're testing your resolve. Every time you fall, you have a choice: stay down or rise up. And it's the rising up that builds your character, your strength, and your determination. The greatest stories of success are not about people who never fell. They're about people who fell and got back up again and again. It's about resilience. It's about understanding that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every setback is a lesson, and every fall brings you closer to your goals because you're learning, adapting, and improving with each experience. If you truly believe in your dreams, if you are passionate about what you're working toward, then nothing will stop you. Not failures, not criticism, not setbacks. Your dreams are worth the effort, worth the pain, worth every ounce of energy you put into them. Because in the end, when you do achieve those dreams, it won't be the easy moments that you remember. It will be the times when you didn't give up, when you kept fighting, even when everything seemed to be against you. Think about the people who inspire you the most. They didn't achieve their success by giving up after their first failure, their second, or their 100th. They achieved greatness because they had a burning belief in what they were doing. They knew that setbacks were just a part of the process and that every failure was one step closer to victory. They got knocked down, but they kept getting back up. And in the end, they became the living proof that dreams are not just for the lucky, they're for those who are willing to fight for them. You have that same power. You have the ability to rise every time you fall. You have the ability to turn every setback into a stepping stone, every challenge into an opportunity. So don't give up. Don't let a temporary failure define your journey. The road to your dreams may be long, it may be tough, but it's worth every struggle, every moment of doubt, and every time you have to rise again. Your dreams are calling you, and the only way you won't reach them is if you stop trying. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep fighting for what's yours. No matter how many times you get knocked down, never give up, because the day you reach your dream will make all the struggle worth it. Real success is not something that happens overnight. It's not about finding a quick way to the top or hoping for a shortcut that will bypass the hard work. True success comes from consistent, continuous effort. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and putting in the hours, even when no one is watching. It's about developing a mindset that understands that real growth comes from the process, not from some instant fix. We live in a world that loves quick solutions. There's always some new gadget, app, or hack that promises to save time or speed up results. While there's nothing wrong with using tools that can help you, real lasting success isn't built on shortcuts. It's built on hard work, resilience, and a commitment to continuous improvement. When you take shortcuts, when you look for the easy way out, you miss the valuable lessons that come from the journey. Every step you take, every challenge you face, every failure you experience along the way builds you into the person capable of achieving your goals. You can't skip that part. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by cutting corners. They got there by putting in the work day after day, year after year. They committed to being better, learning more, and improving continuously. And that's why their success is not fleeting, it's sustainable. Think about it like this. If you were building a house, you wouldn't try to rush the foundation. You wouldn't try to take shortcuts with the structure, because if you did, the house would be unstable. It might look good for a little while, but eventually it will collapse. Success works the same way. The foundation you build through consistent effort, dedication, and learning is what will support your success in the long run. If you try to skip steps or take shortcuts, you risk building something that can't withstand the challenges that come your way. Continuous effort also means being willing to put in the work, even when you don't see immediate results. Progress doesn't always come in giant leaps. Sometimes it's a matter of small, incremental improvements that add up over time. Those small steps are what will lead to big success. And even if you don't see results right away, the effort you put in will compound over time. It's like planting a seed. You don't see the fruit immediately, but with consistent care, it will grow and bear fruit when the time is right. Real success comes from developing a strong work ethic, from pushing through the tough times, from learning from your mistakes, and from refusing to settle for less than your best. The moment you start looking for shortcuts is the moment you stop growing. Success isn't about avoiding hard work. It's about embracing it, finding joy in the process, and committing to the journey no matter how long it takes. At the end of the day, success that comes too easily, success built on shortcuts, is often short-lived. But success that comes from continuous effort is built to last, is steady, is strong, is sustainable. And when you reach it, you'll know that every step of the journey was worth it, because it was built on a foundation of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. So never underestimate the power of consistent effort. Keep showing up, keep improving, and success will follow. Your goal is more than just a desire or a dream. It's a vision of your future, a reflection of what you believe is possible, and a measure of what you're capable of achieving. And to turn that goal into a reality, you'll need to make sacrifices along the way. Sacrifices aren't easy, but they are necessary. The road to achieving something great isn't paved with comfort and ease. It's carved out by the choices you make, the things you're willing to give up, and the commitment you show to your vision. When you truly believe that your goal is worth it, you will do whatever it takes to make it happen. This doesn't mean blindly working yourself to the point of burnout or giving up everything you value, but it does mean that you will prioritize your goal or all else when the time demands it. You might have to give up short-term pleasures, personal comforts, or the easy route. You might have to push through long hours, face uncertainty, or sacrifice time you would have spent with family or friends. But when you know deep down that your goal is worth it, none of these sacrifices will feel like a burden. Instead, they will feel like investments in your future, your success, and your happiness. The sacrifices you make are often the moments when you prove to yourself just how much you want it. Every time you choose the hard path instead of the easy one, you strengthen your commitment to your dream. Every moment when you forgo instant gratification for the long-term payoff is a reminder that you understand the value of your goal. Sacrifice teaches you discipline, resilience, and perseverance. It's not always about what you're giving up, but about what you're gaining. Every effort you make brings you closer to the person you want to become and the success you want to achieve. But let's not sugarcoat it. Sacrifice is hard. It demands a lot from you. There will be times when you question whether it's worth it, when the challenges seem too great, and when the sacrifices feel too steep. In those moments, remember that every great achievement ever made came with its own share of sacrifices. No one reaches their goals without paying the price, and the bigger the goal, the bigger the sacrifice. Whether it's time, energy, resources, or personal comfort, the sacrifices are what make the victory sweet. Think about those who inspire you the most, the athletes who train relentlessly, the entrepreneurs who pour their lives into building something from scratch, the artists who spend years owning their craft. They didn't get there by doing what was easy. They didn't get there by avoiding sacrifice. They got there because they understood that their goal was worth everything they had to give. They knew that every ounce of effort, every hour spent, every challenge overcome was bringing them closer to something that mattered more than the temporary discomforts along the way. Your goal is no different. It is worth every ounce of effort, every sacrifice, and every challenge you face. It's worth the times when you have to say no to things you like to do, to things that might seem easier or more fun. It's worth the moments when you feel exhausted, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, and when others doubt you. If you can remind yourself in those difficult moments that your goal is worth every bit of sacrifice, you'll find the strength to keep pushing forward. The sacrifices you make now will pave the way for the rewards you will reap later. And when you finally reach your goal, when you look back on the journey, you'll realize that every sacrifice was worth it. The victory will taste that much sweeter because you know that you gave it everything you had. And that is what makes success truly meaningful, the knowledge that you didn't just achieve something, you earned it. Doubt is an inevitable part of any journey. It's the voice that creeps in during moments of uncertainty, questioning whether you're good enough, whether you're on the right path, or whether your dreams are even possible. Doubt can be paralyzing. It can make you second-guess yourself, slow you down, and even convince you to quit before you even give your goals a real shot. But the one thing doubt doesn't have the power to control is your commitment. Commitment is stronger than doubt. Commitment is the answer, and it's the force that will push you forward even when doubt tries to hold you back. When you're committed to something, truly committed, doubt doesn't get the final word. Commitment means you've made a promise to yourself, a promise to your goals, and a promise to your future. It's the unwavering belief that your vision is worth fighting for no matter the obstacles in your way. Commitment isn't about never experiencing doubt, it's about how you respond to it. And when doubt visits, as it inevitably will, your commitment will answer it with action. Doubt will tell you that you're not capable. It will tell you that you don't have what it takes. It will whisper that the road is too hard, the odds are too stacked against you, and the sacrifices are too great. But commitment is louder than doubt. Commitment answers back with the simple, powerful truth, I will keep going no matter how I feel. It answers with action, the willingness to show up every day, to put in the work, to keep moving forward, even when you're not sure where the road is leading. Commitment gives you the power to keep going even when you don't have all the answers. It's easy to be motivated when everything is clear and going well, but commitment is what keeps you going when things aren't going according to plan. It's when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you keep walking anyway, knowing that the journey is just as important as the destination. Commitment is the action that follows the decision, the effort that follows the intention. It's about showing up. Even when doubt tries to tell you to stay home, it's about working hard, even when the results aren't immediate. When doubt tells you to quit, commitment says, no, I'll keep trying. When doubt says you're not enough, commitment says, I'll keep learning and growing. When doubt tells you that success is too far away, commitment says, I'll keep putting in the work until I get there. Commitment doesn't let fear or uncertainty stop it. It responds with determination, consistency, and a relentless desire to push forward. And that's how you build momentum. Every time you act despite your doubt, you build your belief. You prove to yourself that you are capable, that you can face challenges and keep going. You strengthen your resolve, and with every step you take, you show doubt that it has no place in your journey. The more you commit to your goal, the more you silence the voice of doubt. It's not about eliminating doubt entirely. It's about understanding that doubt is a normal part of the process. It's simply a signal that you're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, that you're reaching for something greater. But as long as your commitment is stronger than your doubt, nothing will be able to stop you. So the next time doubt visits, don't try to fight it or ignore it. Instead, answer it with your commitment. Answer it with your actions. Let your commitment be the response that drowns out the negativity and keeps you moving forward step by step until your dreams become your reality. The pain you feel today isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace, because it's not an end, it's a beginning. Every struggle, every moment of discomfort, and every challenge you face is shaping you into the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. The pain you experience is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of growth. It's a powerful reminder that you are pushing your limits, testing your endurance, and building the resilience necessary for the journey ahead. When you're in the midst of hardship, it can feel overwhelming. The weight of the challenge can make you question whether it's worth it or whether you're capable of pushing through. But in those moments, remember this: the pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from it will last a lifetime. Every difficult moment you face, every time you feel like giving up, is building the inner fortitude that will carry you through future challenges. It's strengthening your resolve, teaching you lessons, and preparing you for the bigger obstacles that lie ahead. Think of pain as the workout for your soul. Just as your muscles grow stronger when you push them beyond their limits, your spirit, determination, and character grow stronger when you face adversity head on. Pain is a natural part of growth. It's not comfortable and it's not easy, but it's necessary. Without it, you wouldn't have the depth, the resilience, or the grit to handle the bigger things life will throw your way. It's through the hardest moments that you discover what you're truly capable of. And the best part, you're never alone in this. Everyone who has ever achieved greatness, everyone who has reached the heights of success has experienced pain. It's part of the process. Whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, or mental fatigue, every successful person has faced a moment when they thought they couldn't keep going. But what sets them apart is that they didn't let the pain defeat them. They understood that pain is just a phase, and if they pushed through it, they would emerge stronger on the other side. In the moments of pain, you're building not just physical strength, but mental toughness. You're developing the ability to persevere when everything seems impossible. You're learning to push through discomfort, to stay focused on the goal, and to never let temporary struggles define your path. This strength is what will carry you through future obstacles that may seem even more daunting. You'll have already built the muscle of persistence, and when those bigger challenges come, you'll be ready for them. So when you're in pain, whether it's in the form of failure, setbacks, frustration, or physical exhaustion, remind yourself that this moment is not wasted. It's preparing you for tomorrow. The strength you need for the future is being forged in the fire of today's struggles. You may not see the results right away, but each step you take, no matter how painful, is leading you closer to the person you are meant to become. In the end, you'll look back at the pain and realize that it wasn't a barrier, it was the foundation. The person you are becoming today, the strength you're building, the perseverance you're learning will be exactly what you need to succeed tomorrow. So don't fear the pain. Welcome it as part of the journey because it is shaping you into a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. And when you reach your goal, you'll look back and understand that the strength you gained from the pain was the greatest gift you could have received. In a world full of distractions where everyone has an opinion and every path seems to offer something different, it's easy to lose sight of your true goal. The noise is constant people telling you what you should do, what you could do, or even what you shouldn't do. There are doubts, obstacles, and temptations that try to pull you in different directions. But here's the truth. Keep your eyes on the prize. Everything else is just noise. The prize is your goal, the vision of what you want to achieve, the purpose you're chasing, and the life you're working to build. This is the focal point, the North Star that guides you. It's the thing that drives you, motivates you, and keeps you moving forward when the path gets tough. Everything else, every distraction, every criticism, every unnecessary detail is just noise. The distractions are loud. They'll try to convince you to second-guess your decisions. They'll try to pull your focus away from what truly matters. People will tell you to take it easy, to try something else, or to listen to their version of success. Society will bombard you with ideas of what you should be doing, what's trendy, what's popular. But here's the thing, you have your own path to walk and your own vision to pursue. The noise is temporary, but your goal is lasting. Keeping your eyes on the prize means ignoring the distractions that try to steer you off course. It means staying true to your vision even when others doubt you, even when you face setbacks, and even when the journey feels longer than you expected. It's about filtering out the irrelevant and focusing only on what moves you forward. You can't afford to be sidetracked by every passing thought or the opinions of others. Your goal deserves your undivided attention, your full commitment, and your energy. When you stay focused, the distractions lose their power over you. The negative comments, the moments of doubt, the tempting shortcuts, they all become irrelevant because your eyes are on the prize. You don't need to listen to every voice that tells you something different. You don't need to stop and question every decision you make. If it aligns with your goal, if it moves you closer to your vision, then it's worth pursuing. Everything else is just noise trying to take you off track. Keeping your eyes on the prize also means being able to ignore the small setbacks that might seem like failures at first glance. Not every step will go as planned, but those setbacks are just part of the journey. They're not the end of the road. They're learning experiences that make you stronger, smarter, and more prepared for what's ahead. When you stay focused on your prize, you don't get discouraged by a temporary loss. You see it as part of the process, a necessary piece of the puzzle. This focus is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who get lost in the noise. The successful ones are the ones who stay true to their vision, who don't let the distractions of the world cloud their purpose. They understand that they don't have time to waste on irrelevant things. They know that the most important thing is their goal, their vision, and everything else is just noise trying to get their attention. In moments of doubt or uncertainty, remind yourself why you started. Why did you set this goal? What does the prize mean to you? Let that be your guide. Block out the noise, tune out the distractions, and keep moving forward. The path won't always be easy, and the distractions will always be there, but if you keep your eyes on the prize, nothing can derail you. Remember, your goal is what matters most. Everything else will come and go, but your purpose will remain constant. Keep your focus sharp, stay committed, and let the noise fade into the background. Because in the end, it's not about what you hear along the way, it's about what you achieve at the finish line. Keep your eyes on the prize, and everything else will take care of itself. You are far more capable than you give yourself credit for. The limits you've placed on yourself, the self-doubt, the moments when you question whether you can truly achieve your dreams, they don't define who you are or what you're capable of. The truth is, your potential is limitless. The only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is your unwavering commitment to the fight. The fight doesn't always look glamorous. It's not about a single victorious moment. The fight is about staying in the game no matter how tough it gets, no matter how many obstacles you face. It's about showing up day after day, even when you're exhausted, even when the world around you is trying to convince you to quit. It's about keeping your focus and pushing forward when things aren't easy. When you commit to the fight, you unlock parts of yourself you didn't even know existed. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to tap into your true strength. Every setback is a chance to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient. The path to greatness isn't a straight line, it's a series of battles, big and small. But with every battle you fight, you get stronger. And with every challenge you overcome, you build the confidence to tackle the next one. In those moments when you think you've reached your limit, when the fight feels too overwhelming, Remember this, the strength you need to keep going is already within you. You are capable of more than you can imagine, and with commitment, you'll discover just how much you can achieve. Your potential isn't something that magically appears when you reach the end of the fight. It's revealed in the fight itself, in your willingness to face the struggle head on and keep pushing forward. You might feel like giving up at times, like you don't have the energy to keep going, but your commitment to the fight will fuel you. It will give you the strength to push past those moments of doubt and keep moving forward. Every time you decide to keep fighting, even when you feel weak, you're proving to yourself just how capable you really are. And remember, your fight isn't just about achieving a goal, it's about the person you become in the process. The fight molds you, it builds your character, your resilience, and your mental toughness. When you look back on your journey, it won't just be about the success you achieved, it will be about how much you grew and how much you pushed yourself to become the best version of you. So, stay committed to the fight. The battles may be tough, but you are tougher. Your potential is not defined by the obstacles you face, but by your ability to rise above them. You are capable of far more than you think, and with every step you take in the fight, you will prove it to yourself. Keep pushing, keep fighting, and know that you have everything within you to achieve greatness. As you stand on the edge of your journey, remember that the fight is worth it. Every challenge you face, every moment of doubt you push through, and every step you take towards your goal is building a future that only you can create. You are capable of achieving more than you ever thought possible. The road won't always be easy, but it will be worth every ounce of effort. Keep your eyes focused on the prize, stay committed to the fight, and never forget that your potential is limitless. The strength to achieve your dreams is already inside of you. Now, go out there and show the world what you're made of. Your time is now. Don't hold back.